Pre-pandemic, downtown LA was a place to hang out. I'd go there with friends. We were walking down the street, we felt safe. The spring street lights, when they came up, we went down and we saw them and thought, this is a real cool place to be. But after the closures of bars here in downtown after the pandemic, it's been kind of heartbreaking, and it's been a ghost town. The loss of the Varnish, which I had one of my mentors' retirement party there. I have great memories here, and I really want us to be able to do that for our current residents, for families, and for our seniors, and just bring Angelinos back to the heart of our city. And we do that by attracting small businesses that cater to our current residents' needs, whether you need a shoe repair, you need another doggy sitter, or you need a daycare for your kids because you're working in the garment center. Those are things that we can attract here in downtown to make sure that people can live, work, and play here. Downtown is the closest Angelinos can get to New York City. And I know New Yorkers hate that I'm saying that. But in terms of walkability, density, the crowdedness of togetherness of all the things that people love in the city, that's what downtown has to offer. And part of that is supposed to be the multimodality of its transportation options, right? But here in downtown, we still have gaps in that. We need to connect our bike routes. We also just got huge connections to downtown, with our regional connector and all of these new stations. But we do need to fix our dash to make sure that we have ways to get in between downtown so that folks that come here can navigate through here without needing a car, that will have air conditioned places that they can wait, or shaded bus stops to make sure that they can be here. And with the onset of the Olympics and a no car Olympics, I think the time is now that we make this investment here in downtown. In downtown, in the historic core, it is actually a prime example of how mixed income housing and diverse socioeconomic development benefits all of us and captures the heart of what it means to be living in the city of LA, right? And it's a huge opportunity here in downtown to use adaptive reuse to create those housing at different income levels so that our unionized teacher doesn't have to live in Fontana to go teach in Westlake, right? And these are the opportunities that we have here. And also, we need to streamline the processes. It shouldn't take the LADWP 2 years to process a permit just for a development that has a lot of affordable housing in it. We can hasten this process, we can make it faster, and we have a lot of opportunity here in downtown to make that happen and ensure that our communities can stay diverse. As a mother of a young girl who rides public transit and walks down the street to go to the grocery store, I do worry about our safety. And even more so when I'm here in downtown with our canvassers, we know it's an issue. But I think we have to look at our city budget and see where we're spending it, right? Only less than actually 1% of the city budget goes to street lighting, and over 40% of the lights that are out are actually here in downtown. You need a council member who's going to fight for you in the city budget to make sure that you get more street lighting in your neighborhood, because that's not what you're getting right now. Look at the 6th Street Bridge. It costs $600 million to build that, and there are no lights on it right now. Okay. And so it's not just street lighting, it's also about street cleanliness and sweeping. And those are the things that really change one outlook on if their community feels safe and is safe, right? Um, and I know here in downtown, your safety looks different than other neighborhoods. And so I'm committed to working with you and your community to listen and learn about what feels safe for you so we can strategize to make downtown safe, and bring back the life back to downtown and make sure it's a 24-hour city we can all hang out in. I think the governor's executive order is quite concerning because it prioritizes appearances over people. We can't sweep people into housing that doesn't exist. What we should be focusing on is making sure that we do the tried and tested solution of getting people off the street, which is meaningful one-on-one outreach with trusted messengers and mutual aid organizations to get them into interim and transitional housing that has the support services like a housing navigator, mental health services. When you're on the street, there are no doctors, right? There's no medical treatment, and those wraparound services have been shown to get people off the streets for good. And when we look at our district, right, our council member has not been shy about sweeping people off the streets. Our current council member hasn't been afraid to sweep people off the streets, but our homelessness problem hasn't gotten any better, right? And so we really need to focus on these tried and tested solutions. We can't just sweep people from one district to another, which actually makes the problem worse because they lose their necessary documents to get housed, like their driver's license or their medication to deal with their mental health ailments, which we know some of our unhoused neighbors are going through right now. At the end of the day, this is a problem that requires cross coordination between the city and the county. And I'm proud to have Supervisor Hilda Solis' endorsement so that I can be a partner with her on not just our homelessness crisis that is happening here in downtown LA and in CD 14 in the city, but also with the mental health and public health crisis that we're facing right now. And so I'm excited to get to work and get our hands dirty because we need all hands on deck. And I'm ready to start a regional approach to this issue.